Hello people, so today we're going to be cutting a cut together back yoke. I'll roll my guideline like this. First step is for you to measure the length, your back waist length. Okay, I use 17 in front, so I'm going to use 16 here with half-inch allowance. Don't forget to also measure the length of your armhole. Okay, just extend the lines. Extend the lines. Then the next thing is to measure your zip allowance. I'm going to be using 1.5 for my zip allowance. 1.5. Connect it together like this. You're going to go in by half-inch here. Connect it back to the tip like this. Can you see? From this blue line now. From this blue line, I'll also measure half-inch, and then I'll connect it back this way. Every other measurement. So starting from this line, you measure your shoulder divided by 2. You rule it straight to your chest line. From this line again, you measure 3 inches inward. Measure 1 inch downward like this, so that you can slant the shoulder. Then you add half-inch back to this line. That's going to be your allowance for joining it with the front. Okay, then you finish the armhole by placing your ruler, touching this line and also touching this line. You get your armhole cuff. This is a back of a dress. Okay, so it's like this. Next is now for me to measure the bust on the chest line. So here on the chest line, you input the bust measurement divided by 4. A bust is 38 divided by 4. That will be 9.5. Starting from this line, you can see this white line. So start from that line, you input the measurement, you put your seam allowance, you come to the waistline. Starting from this line, you measure the waist divided by 4. Our waist is 32 divided by 4. That will be 8 inches. It's going to have that, so you put 1 inch for the dart and then 2 inches seam allowance. Then you connect the points together like this. Simple. So the back is basically ready, but then I told you earlier, I'm going to be having a yoke at the back. So what I'll first do is to input the neckline that I want. Neckline to be 3.5 in width, 3.5. Then the neck depth, I want it to be 2 inches. Then I will connect it together like this. Can you see? So I want it to be a yoke. So from the chest line here, I'm just going to measure 1 inch downward, 1 inch. Then from the armhole here, I'm going to go up by 2 inches, go up by 2 inches, and then I will connect them together to form a U using my ruler to get a U. Can you see? So it's going to be a yoke. Okay, then I'll go ahead, I'll cut it out. Because it's a lace fabric that I'm going to be sewing, you can see this is just the lining. It's going to have double lining, so I'll cut this now on my lining, which is the satin and also the lace. Yeah, but then there's a way I want this to. Let me cut this out first, so that I'll use this to cut out the lace. Okay, you'll see what I'm doing when I'm done. Is it. So I want to cut the lace exactly like this, but then this lining and the satin will be this shape. Okay, so this is the lace. So keep this aside and let's work with this again. Then you cut off this yoke, and don't forget you're not replacing this yoke with lace, because we already cut the lace exactly like this. So you will see what I'm doing. Just look at what I'm doing. Okay, can you see? So this is it. I'm going to bring the satin Can you see? So we are done cutting the satin. So the satin and the lining, they are exactly the same. So the satin and the lining, they are exactly the same shape. So if you open it up, you have two pieces for the satin. So they are just going to be like this inside the lace. Now at the end of the day, it's just going to be like this. Can you see? So this is how it's going to be, okay, inside the lace. But then don't forget this particular one, this one, you're going to be using your lining to turn the neck area here nicely. Just place them on top of each other. Finish this U area, okay. Stitch them and turn it to the good side before you now place your lace on top of it this way, okay. And also put my darts. So I'll go ahead and put my darts. The wrong side of the lace will be facing the right side of this, okay, and ensure you align it very well. It's going to be like this. Then you take it to your machine. So you take it to your machine, you join this side together, you join them together here at the zipper side, repeat the same thing to the other side. Then this neck area, you're going to finish it with your bias. And yeah, that's how to make this type of yoke, okay? Very easy, very simple, and it's always beautiful.